Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Fodcast.
Ganja Gamers?
We're the Ganja Gamers.
Are we affiliated?
We're affiliated.
What's our domain?
Just
if I were gonna...
The YouTube /C/ Ganja Gamers. That would be our link.
Well, if people have questions, can they go to Twitter or
search the
Tumblr?
The Ganja Gamers on Twitters. We're around. We're pretty easy to find. If you search the Ganja Gamers, one of our videos is gonna pop up or something.
This is a 0.5 PPR
football Fodcast
setting.
This is a Fodcast.
I think 0.5 PPR is good because
you know what's the difference
in between standard and 1.
You know what's the difference between a podcast and a Fodcast? Anything can happen.
Is that a question? Or?
Yeah, no. What's the rhetorical? Because I was going to answer it. Anything can happen on a podcast.
Yeah. That's true. Anything can happen. No,
on a podcast, no, that's not true.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Right.
I was about to say podcast. You cut me off.
On a Smodcast, I agree. Maybe with Kevin Smith, anything happens.
No, you know what happens on a Smodcast? Some overweight piece of shit eats a cheesesteak and it's over. You know.
But a Fodcast, you never know.
You never want to know either.
So where we're starting?
I think we should start with just kind of what's the most important thing when you sit in your fucking lineup? You know, you want to know if people are going to be hurt or not, or they're playing, or...
you know what we should start with? You should kind of follow the Ganja Gamers method. Smoking some green crack.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what that is?
The name of the strain is called green crack. It's actually a strain. We've smoked this on Ganja Gamers before. It's a favorite of mine, actually. It's nice.
Oh, and for all you...
Yeah, Ganja Gamers connoisseurs, like...
For all you Pokemon watchers... For the new Ultra Sun and Moon content, we're gonna have new content coming out for that soon.
I don't think so, because you need that device to play that shit. You can't record Pokemon that easy on the DS. You know what I'm talking about?
What if I recorded my DS and then we just did voiceover?
Like, you mean with like a video, like where you have an overhead video recording it? I think that's the only way, because it's like, which is shitty though, man. It kind of sucks.
You know, it's like when...
It's like people film their TV.
No. It's like when people are in a movie theater and they're recording the movie.
A cam version.
And you see all their heads on the bottom.
Yeah, somebody walks
in
by.
The seats.
Somebody walks by and
see all their heads on the bottom of the fucking screen.
Yeah, I was watching a Pirates of the Caribbean like rip like that, and like some guy walked by and let out like a popcorn fart. And you could totally hear like the popcorn fart just get let out. Like,
Batman vs Superman, that's how we saw that shit.
Yeah, and there was loads of popcorn farts in that one.
You know what was a popcorn fart? Was Jesse Eisenberg's entire fucking acting, like,
yeah,
in that fucking movie. Yeah,
I thought he was the best one. I thought he was the most relatable one.
You know, I'll give him this.
He is the best one in that movie.
He knew that he was in a massive piece of shit, and just thought, I got to overact my way.
Who would you say is
the
best? Who would you say is the best person in that movie as a casting choice for an actor? Probably is Jesse Eisenberg.
If you hate the English language, then Gal Gadot. But
right. If you don't want to hear anything,
if you want to know what anybody tried to write in the movie, then anybody else.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to get maybe something above like a $1 an hour cab driver from New York type of.
It wasn't
reading.
But all I'm saying is it wasn't Ben Affleck who stole the show. It wasn't Henry Cavill who stole the still. It wasn't Amy Adams. It was fucking Eisenberg, man.
No, it was Eisenstein.
Eisenstein, yeah. Whatever Jew like last name he wants to go with, same thing. But what's with the football? What's going on with football? It's a podcast, remember? So
yeah, maybe we should just start over.
No.
All right. You want to start with injury news?
Yeah, go with injury news.
Okay. It's looking like Leonard Fournette is on the lesser side of questionable. I don't know if he's going to play.
And Shepard now, right?
Shepard, yeah.
Sterling Shepard.
Shepard, who was probably going to be a top 10, 15 tight end. I mean, wide receiver. Fuck. Yeah, what are you smoking on again?
green crack, but I heard he came down with
illness, but
peanut butter mouth or something. Something like
yeah, he might have jelly.
Something like he was trick or treating really hard, and he got too many peanut butter candies, and now he's stuck down in the bed with peanut butter mouth.
Fournette though, for if you're gonna
team photo
add his replacement, T.J. Yeldon for we're going by a 0.5 PPR scoring, by the way.
And T.J. Yeldon does go to team photos, by the
way. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's pretty fucked up. They get suspended for a week for that shit.
Well, T.J. Yeldon at least goes to the photo shoots, so he knows what to do.
That's a good example of like Bill Belichick with just coaches not giving a fuck about fantasy shit.
I thought you were gonna say Bill Bellamy.
Bill Bellamy.
Yeah, throwback.
The VJ shit.
The VJ, yeah.
Mm. Oh, so
I heard he's gonna get the Giants coaching job, Bill Bellamy.
Yeah.
Because they're saying that anyone could coach better than McAdoo, especially like a VJ.
Yeah, you know what? Have the Giants ever had a
VJ on premises
for a coach? Yeah, yeah, that's what they're calling them nowadays, VJs.
I don't think they've ever had a VJ on premises, let alone a coach. But
well, they got Jerry Reese.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay, so for IR stashes, Danny Woodhead is coming back this week. Everybody, Danny Woodhead, yeah.
The white La Fama Blanca.
The Great White Hope, and Greg Olson is coming back week 12. So,
Woodhead's a white supremacist.
Since Kelvin Benjamin got moved, Greg Olson's probably going to be like a top 5 tight end. He's
well, that's next week though.
Josh Gordon, everybody. Josh Gordon's coming back week 13. Josh Gordon.
He might get suspended though. Before that.
He's
cleaned up his act.
The thing about Josh Gordon is he's still only like 26 and. The Browns are terrible, so you're going to have to throw it. So, if you can get Josh Gordon still, go ahead and do that.
But he's probably still smoking a lot of weed. He's going to fail his test.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers, it sounded like he might come back week 15. So, if you're in the playoffs and you have just an empty slot on your bench, add Aaron Rodgers, put him in your IR if you have it. Aaron Rodgers might come back week 15, which is the semifinals.
So that's good news for the Chiefs.
Semifinals.
It's good news for the Cheeseheads, right? And Cheeseheads fans.
Oh, David Johnson on the Cardinals might come back week 14, maybe 15.
Number 1 pick down the tube might come back.
Yeah, down the tube. Yeah. Well, and if you want to go down that fucking road, Odell Beckham Jr.
might come back.
No.
Might die in
Might die.
Yeah, he might die in the off season.
To a hair dye.
Yeah.
And I think he might have choked down somebody's cock too.
Yeah, you never know with Pierre Paul if he could blow off more fingers. It could happen. He's not the brightest.
Yeah, Pierre Paul's having a good fucking year.
Great season, but he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. You know what I mean?
Oh, speaking of defense, you want to go over the defensive plays of the week?
Sure. Who's the defensive players?
Oh no, not players.
No, defensive teams.
Oh, okay. All right. So for some good defensive matchups this week, and just as a general strategy, target teams with really shitty quarterbacks.
Like the Texans.
Your Tom Savages, your Brock Osweilers,
your Brock Osweilers,
your Case Keenums. Even if he had a good week, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's not gonna do it again.
Your shit, come on. C.J.
Carson
Beathard,
Wentz's,
your
Carson Wentz's, all that kind
Drew
of trashy quarterbacks.
Okay, so first, Cardinals versus the Texans against Tom Savage.
Yeah.
Tom Savage is
horrible.
The worst quarterback.
The second worst. You got Carson Wentz. I'd say put at the bottom spot. He's totally having this
Carson Wentz is an MVP.
Totally having this RG3 type season where, if you remember Robert Griffin III, he had a great season, MVP season, and then out of the league only a couple years later. It's like something you just never know. But yeah, keep going on.
Okay, second one was the Chargers. Okay, now the Chargers against the Bills, who just benched Tyrod Taylor for
smoking too much weed, probably.
No. For who?
Oh, somebody probably awful. Probably somebody like Kaepernick.
Nathan Perriman.
I don't even know who that is.
Right. I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows who that is.
He might be a fantasy sleeper.
So the Chargers defense.
Hold on. Do you think he could be a sleeper?
No.
What if
he's like a human scarecrow?
What if he could really get Macklin or Wallace the ball?
He's not on the Ravens.
He's not on the Ravens.
He's on the Bills.
The Bills.
Who
Wait, who are the Bills playing? The Bills are playing
the Chargers.
The Bills are playing the Chargers.
Yeah. Okay.
The Ravens are a different matchup.
Right,
We got that on the list though.
The reason why the Chargers are a good start against the Bills, Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa, who's one of the best pass rushers of
in the league,
our generation. He's the white Lawrence Taylor, without all the throwing women out of windows stuff.
So you thinking about that, like that Who song when you see him out there, that My Generation song? You're talking about Bosa.
Yeah, I had that playing in my head over and over again. Yeah, and the third start of the week, the Texans. We're going back to the well a little bit for this Cardinals-Texans game, but this game might be 3-6. You know,
right?
This game might be like the most inept two quarterbacks you've ever fucking seen in one game.
Stanton
in your life.
And
Drew Stanton's
gonna play, right?
Not Drew Stanton. Blaine Gabbert
gonna play. Wow.
Blaine Gabbert, who statistically is the worst quarterback in the history of football. If you look up Blaine Gabbert's average stats per anyone in the history of football, he's the worst.
So it's gonna be Gabbert v. Savage.
Yep. This might be the worst quarterback matchup in the history of football.
Do you think Gabbert him versus Savage is better than him Batman versus Superman, or do you think it like rivals?
I'd say it's probably comparable to like
watching the movie in theaters.
Yeah, it would be like if you had to watch Batman vs Superman and then during the movie it went out.
I can see being an entertaining game because how bad it is. Hopefully it's a bad game.
And then the next matchup after that one would be the Bengals versus the Broncos, and I think every Broncos fan and every person who knows football knows why that matchup is good.
You got Osweiler in.
Because you got Brock Osweiler going in there. And then to finish it off, we're going to go with the Packers because Joe Flacco has looked like shit all fucking year.
He'll probably get hurt again, too.
And just to remind everybody, everyone, the highest paid quarterbacks in the league are Matt Stafford, and then second,
Joe Flacco.
Over Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Papa John.
Right. He's not in the league.
Joe Montana.
These guys are not in the league.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco is getting paid a lot of money, and he's one of the worst, probably the bottom 5 quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, he's bad. I can see him being replaced actually next year. He's that bad looking. I feel like
he's getting.
I feel like they're
his
finally,
contract's guaranteed.
Maybe, but I feel like they're finally realizing they need to like get a different quarterback. It seems like obvious there because he's just not been that good there. You got to change something up.
What's the record? I don't even know though. Are the Ravens good?
Oh, that's a bad division, but you still got the Steelers who own it. Like, and I think the Steelers are fucking. What are the Steelers 7-2? And you got the Browns in that division.
Yeah, the Steelers are. It's funny. The Steelers have looked like shit all year, and they're still like 6-3, 7-2, some shit. All right.
Steelers have been great this season. It's definitely been true. Steelers are 8-2 actually.
Wow.
Baltimore is second in the division with 4-5. Cincinnati is 3-6, and the Niners leading the bottom of the league at 0-9.
That used to be a much stronger division.
I think this is the year that the Browns could go completely defeated. This could be the year.
They haven't won yet?
No, they're 0-9, but this could be the year that they go completely defeated and go 0-16.
And Hugh Jackson's still got a job there.
Yeah.
And you know who's got still a fucking job? Ben McAdoo. Still got a job.
Well, he's obviously going to be fired at the end of this year.
Still got a job. And Jerry Reese, too. They need to go together.
Yeah.
Alright, so for sleepers. Alright. Sleepers.
Not like that movie with Woody Allen. This is actually about fantasy football. So go on.
Oh, I thought Sleepers was that movie with Kevin Bacon where they rape all those kids in that weird, prison.
It's Tremors. You're thinking of Tremors with Kevin
No.
No, there's like a bunch of rape in it and
Sleepers. No,
sandworms.
No, there's another Sleepers.
I think you're thinking of Sleepwalkers.
Maybe. I think De Niro's in. All right. Well, D.D. Westbrook is just been activated on the IR, and Alan Hearns not playing this week. Not playing this week.
So who you want in?
I just said that.
That guy, D.B. Hearns. What's his name?
Yeah. No. No.
D.B. Cooper, right?
Yeah. If D.B. Hearns is available,
take him.
Don't pick him up. Go with D.D. Westbrook instead.
It's funny how that name is just like a combination of other names you've heard in football, like other Westbrooks and.
Another sleeper is Bruce Ellington on the Texans. What
Not
position
Andre
does he
Ellington.
play?
Well, this guy's a receiver.
But he's also a hybrid. He's a running back too. But because Tom Savage sucks, he's probably going to be checking down.
He's gender fluid too, apparently.
We've
heard that. He goes two genders. So, he doesn't,
Okay.
doesn't want to be locked down to either.
So Ellington's a good receiver sleeper for a tight end. Tyler Croft, who is Tyler Eifert
replacement,
8. Because Tyler Eifert's got Actually, Tyler Eifert, some new news on him. He just had a cyst removed from his knee. In case anyone was wondering what he's doing. Then we got... okay, for a running back, since CJ Process is done for the year, J.D. McKissick for the Seattle Supersonics. And then we got Rex Burkhead for the Patriots because Mike Gillislee is getting healthy scratched now. And James White is a black guy, but unfortunately he was named otherwise. And
you think these guys
Deion Lewis is still there.
You think all these guys just listed here are readily available or no?
They're all 50% or under based on Yahoo's
and leagues owned
0.5 PPR standard scoring settings. So there's a good chance they're available. And also, some good handcuffs are Austin Eckler, Samaje Perine, now that Fat Rob is just gone. Dead.
Fag Rob or?
We got Devontae Booker. It looks like C.J. Anderson's starting to lose some carries.
Lose steam.
Giovanni Bernard, just in case Joe Mixon ever fucks up. Rod Smith.
You mean legally? Like hit another girl?
Yeah, wow, that would be really fucked up for the Cowboys if right after Elliott got suspended for that the backup did too.
Could happen.
Marlon Mack behind Frank Gore, even though the Colts are on a bye this week, is a good stash. And Matt Breida behind Carlos Hyde.
Right.
Okay, so that's good for cuffs. And I think I mentioned Rex Burkhead already, but Rex Burkhead, because the Patriots love white
people.
Men.
And white people in general.
Receivers, Julian Edelman, Wes Welker, Danny Amendola, Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah. A lot of whites.
There's more. Julian Edelman. Chris Hogan.
Yeah, Chris Hogan.
We just said
about over 10.
8, 10, yeah.
About 18 there.
Who's that white running back? Danny Woodhead.
Danny Woodhead.
Was a Patriot too, wasn't he? Wasn't that motherfucker?
Yep.
Wes Welker?
Yep,
I said
Wes
that.
Welker, Woodhead.
Twice.
So there's a lot of whites they use. And they know that they listen right. But I think that's Belichick. He's knows what he wants.
He's smart.
Could be smart.
That's what he is. He's the emperor.
He's the emperor there.
Alright, so I want to go into a little bit of either or right now. And I want your opinion on a couple matchups.
Yeah.
Derek Carr versus the Patriots, or Philip Rivers versus the Bills. Philip Rivers is coming off of a concussion, but Derek Carr has to look like shit, and the Patriots defense has looked good in the past couple weeks.
I say Philip Rivers. I'm gonna underline Philip Rivers there.
He's got weapons.
And he's got that side.
He's got Hunter Henry.
And if he's
Keenan
playing,
Allen.
he's playing. He's
Travis
not going to
Benjamin.
be. He's going to have to be passing him.
Tyrell Williams, Mike Williams, Gates.
He's going to have to be
Gordon,
passing.
Eckler.
Right? I think he's going to be stuck passing a lot.
Okay. All right.
Even though Melvin Gordon's a good person to.
This is a very interesting one, and once again, 0.5 PPR we're going off of. This is scoring. Gurley versus the very good Vikings defense, or Kamara versus a very shitty Redskins defense. Which one?
That's a hard one to call. I think Kamara in that situation.
0.5 PPR, you go Kamara over Gurley?
Oh, no, you gotta go Gurley. I feel like you gotta go Gurley each week.
I think Gurley's safer, but the matchup
is better for... Yeah.
Much better for Kamara. But
Definitely.
You know what? I think you're right. I think you still go Gurley.
I think Kamara will do well, though, so... he's someone that you got.
All right, how about this one? For receivers?
Throw them both in if you can.
This is one I never thought I would even be saying, but just the Falcons with Sarkisian have not looked as good. Would you go Tyreek Hill versus the a Giant secondary? It looks like just completely given up.
Yeah, they've given up.
Against Julio Jones against the Seattle Seahawks defense, who's missing Richard Sherman, missing Cam Chancellor, but they still have Thomas. I don't know.
They still got the system.
It's really closer than I ever thought it would be. I mean, at the start of yards, I said Jones, but at this point, it's pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
I think I would go Hill. I
would go Hill, too. I like Hill there.
What about Vernon Davis against the Saints or Hunter Henry against a really good Buffalo Bills defense? Like, the Bills on defense are fucking stacked. They've been building up picks for a long time now.
Yeah.
I think I would go... Because Jordan Reed's not going to play.
I think it's going to be Vernon Davis.
Go Davis. Yeah.
I think I agree. He's a good player.
And for defense...
Been around for a while.
Would you go...
I got Arizona this week.
Would you go Seattle's defense against the Falcons, who are missing Devonta Freeman... Or
I do like
the Denver defense that's going against Cincinnati, who Dalton fucking sucks. They're missing Eifert. They're missing Jeremy Hill.
I like the first one you listed there.
Seattle.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna get to some of the questions we've had over Twitter.
Yeah, because we're pretty popular.
And we're gonna try and do.
You can tweet to us
some over unders for just quarterback, receiver, running back, tight end. First, Matt Ryan. Over 15 points versus Seattle. And keep in mind, this is a Seattle defense that's missing Richard Sherman. They're missing Cam Chancellor. I think Cliff Avrill's gone. This is not the same defense that we thought we had. So, and I think
this guy might score 60 points. You're talking 50. I think he might be on
15. Can Matt Ryan get 15 points over under 15?
Over 50. I think he's going to get 50 points.
Yeah. I think he's going to get 18. He'll get 18.
No, yeah. Realistic number from me, I'm going to say 22.
All right, next question. Melvin Gordon, do you think he'll get 100 plus total yards?
Under. Just a little bit under.
I don't know. The Bills have
total all-purpose yards?
All-purpose. Receiving plus
yes, he will. Yeah, yeah.
He's Melvin Gordon will?
He's a big part of that team.
Everyone's talking up Eckler, so...
that's 1 week.
Do you think Eckler's going to eat into his yardage?
1 week. That guy just got lucky. He was
open. Agree. I think Gordon's safe.
He was open because no one felt like the need to cover him because he's a nothing guy.
Gordon can get 100 plus.
Gordon's a big part of that fucking offense. I've seen it in person this year. I saw the Giants play them, and he's good, Melvin Gordon. He's definitely good. He's a good rusher. He's good. Like, he can catch the ball. He's solid. He's a solid every down back. One of few. There's not that many in the league. He's one of them.
Okay, next question. Do you think Amari Cooper can get 80 receiving yards this week? 80. That seems like a lot.
That's under. That's a lot. He'll get like 60 and maybe a touchdown, and that'll be
60 and a touchdown. You get
like
about 14 to 15. That's perfect. That's good.
He's not going to do 80.
I agree. You know what? He'll probably get under on the yardage, but he has a good chance to score.
Yeah, he's got that chance of that always.
Okay.
He's got a hot dog throw on the ball.
We've been getting a lot of Vernon Davis shit because Jordan Reed's been out for multiple weeks now, and every time Vernon Davis plays, he's a top 5 tight end. So
yeah,
Do you think Vernon Davis can get 80-plus receiving yards against New Orleans? And New Orleans' defense is actually decent now. They're not terrible.
Yeah, it's funny how they used to be so bad, like in years
They used
past.
to be the worst, yeah.
And now it's like not like that.
You know what's funny about
I'd
that
say
shit?
no. So they're playing better. I'm gonna say under. I'm gonna say he might do like 70 something close.
Yeah, you know what? If he gets 60 to 70, that's still good for a tight end.
Big part of the offense, and
so yeah, if you have Vernon Davis over Hunter Henry, I think you start Vernon Davis.
And I think that Redskin team with Kirk Cousins and having Jordan Reed, I think they have a lot of game plan and game plays for tight end plays. So that's probably heavily in their offensive scheme. So Vernon comes in to do what Reed does, probably essentially.
And this is a weird question. It's a little hard to answer. Okay, do you think the Texans' defense can get over 10-plus points in a standard week for defensive points?
Not anymore. I think you got Watt on that team. I think
he's gone.
Yeah, you got Watt there.
Merciless, I think, is gone.
Yeah, you got other players that
AJ Boye's been traded.
Other players that get it, I think this week now. I'm gonna say around
you know they can get 8. You know they get 8.
7 to 8 points.
Yeah, and that's still okay.
That's what seems
but
like a lot.
They're not getting 10+.
That's kind of the average, what you get for an average defense. It seems like that's the average number. Sometimes you get some crazy things. You know who's working for me this season on the team I have? It's actually one of my best players. Has been a kicker, Zerline. It's been ridiculous.
Oh.
I've had him and he's had 17 points the past 3 weeks. It's crazy. I think it's one of my top players.
You know his nickname?
What's his nickname?
Greg the Leg.
Greg the Leg. There you go.
Awesome. You're talking about Greg Zerline.
I'm talking about him.
On the Rams.
Greg the Leg.
Who had a fucking 27-point week.
Also, Goff is young and he can't seal the deal yet with touchdowns, so they're gonna get a lot of field goals.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna ask you this right now, and this might be the most biased response you've probably ever heard.
It's about
Goff or Wentz.
Goff.
Why?
Because Goff's leading this team. He's leading this team that's been pretty bad last year to being a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just smell RG3 all over all over Wentz. It's gonna be a bust. It's gonna be.
He's white, so it's hard to smell anything on him that isn't
Well, I thought they were saying.
Caked in
I
chicken
thought
grease
RG3
or some
was
watermelon residue.
I thought RG3 was too white for the locker room or something.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah. Oh shit. Who said that?
Deshaun Jackson or something.
He did. Yeah. Wow.
But
he is pretty white. He's kind of like a alien predator type.
No, yeah, Carson Wentz will be.
He's a sleeper.
Carson Wentz's career will parallel RG3, and you're gonna see Carson Wentz home in Wisconsin on a farm in 3 years.
Speaking of Carson Wentz, you're not gonna like the rankings that I have for this week.
You probably got him at the top. I probably put him at the bottom.
Well, all right, hold on.
I think this is the week where things
we're gonna get into the top 10 rankings.
For the Eagles.
Top 10 rankings.
Flying a little too close to the sun.
Top 10 rankings for the week. We're gonna start with quarterbacks. 0.5 PPR. Not that it matters for quarterbacks. Who do you have for Wentz? What's his ranking? Just give it to me flat out.
I'm putting him at 32nd in the league.
32nd. Okay. All right.
He's gonna be below Kaiser.
Okay. Where do you think I have him?
I think you got him probably around number 2.
No.
Probably number 1.
Nope.
You got him at number 2. I said that.
No.
I don't know where you have him then.
All right. Number 1, Brady versus Oakland. I mean, Brady's just gonna eat that motherfucker up. It's just cake. Next, Russell Wilson against Atlanta. Atlanta's defense is not what it used to be, and it wasn't that great to begin with.
Yeah, their offense was there.
It wasn't that great. Next, Drew Brees against the Redskins. Everyone's thinking the Redskins are a good defense, and everyone thinks that the Saints just run the ball now. But Brees.
Yeah, Brees is still good. I think this might be his last year, too.
Then, Wentz.
Yeah, Wentz there.
Wentz at 4.
I think that one's a little high for him.
Wentz at 4.
I'd drop him another 20 rankings down.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, someone would pay if you traded Wentz for a second, third round pick. Okay.
You want to just cut him from the team. I could see that happening. That might be something you see happening next year.
Next at 5, Derek Carr against Patriots.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a shootout. The total scoring for that game is very, very high, so the Raiders will probably put up points in garbage time.
Yeah.
Then, I hate to say it because I hate the Cowboys, but Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I don't hate Dak as much as yeah.
Then
Elliott sucks.
It's looking like a decent Alex Smith week because he's going against the Giants, who
I was gonna say I thought
have
Alex
given
Smith
up
would
on
be
the
up there.
year. Giants are garbage.
They give up on the season. I heard they might not even go to the game.
And you know what? This might be a little unorthodox, but Matt Ryan against Seattle. Seattle's defense not what it was, but finish it off with Stafford, Cousins, Goff, and then your guy
What are you talking about?
for quarterbacks.
Oh, for wins.
No, Phillip Rivers.
Oh, okay.
Phillip Rivers against Buffalo. Buffalo's they have a good defense statistically, but
Yeah, I got Rivers in this week just because Watson was, of course, my quarterback, and he went down for the year, so it's been a scramble for me. I had a good week with McCowan, and then last week, when you hear all these experts telling you to stream him, I chose to do him again, and he did not do that great against Buccaneers, as everyone knows.
Well, you can't always listen to the experts.
Yeah, that's why you gotta listen to the Fodcast.
Top 10 running backs for this week, excluding Bell, who already played.
Oh, of course.
I'm going with Kareem Hunt, number one. I think he's due, and the Giants look like shit.
Don't you think he might have just come down from flying too high to the sun? Kind of like a Winston
Who?
with Kareem Hunt. Like maybe now you're seeing his average is lower.
No, I think he's due. I think Reed's going to start giving him more touches.
Hopefully.
Then, I don't want to. I hate this motherfucker, but Mark Ingram, 3 touchdowns last week. The guy just... Since that Peterson fucking trade is just getting so much.
Yeah, he's getting the touchdowns there. He's the goal line guy there.
Then
and Kamara is the workhorse almost. It's a good running system there. They look a lot better, the Saints, than years past. Definitely a playoff caliber team.
Then I'm going to go with Todd Gurley. It's just such a safe floor. You know he's going to get the touches.
Right.
Then I'm going to go with LaShawn McCoy against the Chargers. Oh, Gurley was against the Vikings, by the way. The Chargers, good pass rush, but their run defense isn't that great, and McCoy can receive the ball, too.
Yeah, he'll move the ball.
As much as I hate that motherfucker, I hate the fucking Eagles, but... then, I'm liking Kamara. I like him more than the next two people I have, who are Melvin Gordon and Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard gets a ton of fucking touches. Melvin Gordon gets a ton of fucking touches, but both of their offenses suck.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go with, as much as I don't want to, but Tevin Coleman against Seattle. Seattle's run defense isn't good, and Devonta Freeman's not playing this week.
And he's out the week. How has Coleman done as a backup this year? Not like last year, right?
No.
Last year he was
Not like
split in time.
But everyone knew that his touchdowns were going to regress. His average was so high, and it was unstable. All right, so for receivers
now, yeah.
Excluding Antonio Brown, who would have been number one anyway, everyone fucking knows that.
Yep.
I'm going to go AJ Green versus Denver. And even though Denver has a very good secondary, AJ Green is just going to get so many fucking targets. Mike Evans, who's due. He hasn't had a 100-yard game this entire season. The Dolphins' defense sucks. I'm going to go Tyreek Hill after that, because the Giants just trash. Just complete fucking trash.
Worst teams in the league.
Then I'm going to go Julio Jones against Seattle. Even though Seattle's got a decent defense, they're missing Richard Sherman now. They're missing Cam Chancellor now. Julio Jones is due for touchdowns. He got one in the entire fucking year. Doug Baldwin against the Falcons. The Falcons are trash. Their defense isn't that great. Brandon Cooks against Oakland. Oakland's just complete trash. Cooks is due. And then Michael Thomas, who's been, I feel like, has been due this entire fucking year. He's never really gone off
touchdowns.
Yet. Going against the Redskins, he's due for some fucking production.
It's all about touchdowns.
Now for tight ends, this is probably the most lopsided week I've ever seen, but Travis Kelce against the Giants. This is the most.
He's got to rip him up.
The most cake fucking matchup.
Him and Hill are gonna probably do really well, and obviously Hunt.
Next, Gronkowski against the Raiders. The Raiders are just weak.
Yeah.
Ertz, as much as I hate the Eagles, the guy just gets so many fucking targets. And then one person I wish I've had on every fucking team, but I didn't. Evan Ingram.
Yeah, he's been great this year, too.
Evan Ingram against the Chiefs, he's probably going to get at least 15.
Top target there. Especially with no Shepard.
Next, Jimmy Graham he always seems to find the end zone. 2 touchdowns last week. Jared Cook is getting a lot of targets, and the Patriots defense has not been that good. Tyler Kroft against the Broncos, who've been terrible against tight ends, and other than AJ Green, the Bengals have no one to pass to.
Yeah, they don't.
Then Kyle Rudolph, Vernon Davis, and it's really between Hunter Henry and Charles Clay. They're really almost the same person, even though one's like the cookie.
Right. So that's probably it for our podcast.
Find us on Twitter. I'll respond to all your questions.
Yeah, we're on Ganja Gamers. You'll find us. The Ganja Gamers. You'll find us.
And LinkedIn.
And Toys R Us chat. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one. See you guys.